Everyone, so I'm back today to talk about Microtech knives. I'm sure you've seen a lot of advertising for them because I am an authorized dealer for Microtech knives. My dealership page is warriorknivesco.com. Again, that's warriorknivesco.com. If you want to place an order and support my small-owned business, you can use code FREESHIP. That's with a P, not a T on the end. Free ship at checkout to get free shipping along with some extra goodies thrown into your package. Now, let's get into the Microtech. So I've been working with Microtech for now almost a year exclusively, and I am extremely proud of supporting this company because it is American made. They have a lifetime warranty. They stand behind their product 1000%. And they also have a MilGov Leo program. Now that I get asked a lot about, can we give discounts? Now as a dealer, I am not supposed to give any discounts whatsoever beyond MAP pricing. But Microtech, if you go through their website, they actually have a service personnel program where you can get a discount if you have that. So they give back as well to our Leos, our veterans, first responders. I love that. Now let's get into the flagship model that Microtech was first known for as an OTF blade that's out the front, where the blade is actually sits inside of the chassis. Now, I love the Ultratech series for that reason. For me to be able to carry a fixed blade of this length would be a lot more difficult for me to conceal. By having the blade internal, you're able to have a much smaller profile and put in your pocket, etc. But able to still extend it to its full maximum size. Now let's go over some features that are on this. Now they only use premium steel in all premium products, I should say. Everything on this is done to perfection. It's not meant to ever fail you. And they back that up strongly with their lifetime manufacturer guarantee. Anytime you were to send this back for any reason whatsoever, even cleaning, sharpening, whatever, they cover it. The only thing they do not cover is surface scratches from just normal wear. But anything other than that, they will cover. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this is a huge counterfeit market of Microtechs. I highly suggest you watch a video that is on Microtech knives YouTube that actually goes in detail on what you can look as a consumer for fakes, because they are extremely prevalent. People love these blades so much, and they're such a highly collectible and valuable item, let alone completely functional at the same time, that companies have started making fakes in China and sending them back, pretending to be the real thing. Now, that blade would not be covered under their warranty, and a lot of times people send in their Microtechs that have failed just to find out that unfortunately they were scammed and it was a fake. So you can watch the video on how to tell a real Microtech on their channel, but also another thing you can do is just only purchase from authorized dealers. That is your safest bet. Now, you can either go to like an online retailer, mywarriorknivesco.com, or you can go, and if you want to see in person, you go to microtech.com, you search in the dealers list, and you find your local shop that has a Microtech. Obviously, I would like if you purchase from me, but either way, I believe in the brand so much that whether you purchase from me or anybody else, I just like seeing great products in the hands of people for EDC, or whatever. I mean, the Microtech has a wide array of styles besides just an OTF style. I will go into that on other videos, but we'll just start with this now. Now, the features on the Ultratech, and this is the full-size Ultratech. I want to mention that, just so you don't get confused, there is the Ultratech, there is the UTX 85, which is 85% the size of the full one, and then there's the UTX 70. This is now 70% the size of the full one. So to make that easier, it kind of depends on where and how you want to conceal it. Personally, I believe that this is a very highly underrated size blade, especially for women, because you can put this everywhere. This is my very often bra carry. I generally just slide it right in, onto my bra. I'm not going to show that on the film, but you can imagine it. I just slide it on there, and honestly, I forget it's there. But in the event that I were to need it, I'll remember it's there. So that is the UTX 70, the UTX 85, and then the Ultratech. I will actually deploy all of these. If you notice, they are double action, meaning that you use the same button on the side to both open and close the blade. Get it back open. So we have the Ultratech, UTX 85, and the UTX 70. Now, all 70s or these do not come with these blade styles automatically. They have single edge, double edge, tanto edge, serrated edge, etc. This happens to be a hellhound blade, so make sure you check your configurations before you buy, because you may love this knife but want it in a single edge. Some states it's legal to have it in a single edge but not double edge, etc. Make sure you follow your state laws on what you can and cannot conceal carry, because after we ship it to you, we are expecting you to follow your own laws. So back to the Ultratech series. Now, all of them come with a glass breaker on the bottom, and the UTX 70 does not have a loop for a lanyard, but the UTX 85 and the Ultratech, I'm trying to see if I can show, yeah, there you go. So as you can see, you can run a string or something through that. If you were to need to hang it, you can do that as well. But they all come with the glass breaker, and they just vary based on personal preference. For me, again, I like all three. I can't really pick one size over the other. I will say that a lot of women's pockets are kind of shorter, so that may lean me a little bit more towards the 85 or the Ultratech, just in case. I don't know why we get 3-inch pockets or whatever. I don't know what man ever decided that we didn't deserve large pockets, but it's a thing. Trust me. You'll realize when you carry knives. So sometimes I recommend that based on just if it's for a female, etc. But personally, I like to go as big as I can with the blade within reason. And so I do like the Ultratech for like a back pocket carry, which is usually deeper. And a lot of men like the size of the full-size Ultratech as well. But again, you can justify all of them for whatever needs you have. So the things that make an Ultratech special based on other knives. Now, I know people probably get in the comments and be like, oh, well, I was able to get this knife for this price, or I'm not going to go over like opinions of which is better and which is not. Clearly, I think Microtech is superior. I've been to their factory. I've watched all the people touch the hands of a single blade. I've watched all the American workers that have jobs because of Microtech, and they don't cut costs in production, which therefore they have to sell for a reasonable rate. That's part of a American-made product. So you also get the added benefit, though, if you need to have anything fixed, you don't have to send your blade to China. You can just send it right here in. They have their main places in North Carolina, but then they also have another factory in Bradford, Pennsylvania. So you can send it locally. There is just a form on Microtech's site to send it in and get it repaired. No questions asked, as long as it's authentic. The other features that this Microtech has compared to either fakes or just knockoffs or whatever they are, is that they only use high quality steel. We're talking M390 is one of the most popular, and in the blade community, that's known as being a very, very durable blade. You have some other places that use some aluminum and other types of alloys that the blade may not last as long, and so they may be selling the blade cheaper because they know eventually you're going to break it, and then you're going to buy another one. Where Microtechs are made to last for a lifetime. That's why they stand behind their lifetime warranty. You should never have to purchase another one of an Ultratech unless you just get addicted like me and want a nice collection. Totally understandable, not judging, just letting you know. Now, beyond the external just wow factor of it being awesome, not to mention Microtechs were used in the John Wick movies, which is really cool, and various other movies too, so look it up. It's just a really cool factor. They also do limited run series, like this one is in, where this is part of a Star Wars collection. This is the Stormtrooper, very collectible items. Now, the other great thing about a Microtech is the value that it holds. A Microtech is always worth something, a genuine Microtech. Keep your box in pristine condition, keep everything you get, keep it all, because they're still valuable even after use. You can use this thing for years and still, sometimes if it's something that went out of production, you can actually make money very easily in time. So you're able to use it for any of your needs, get it serviced, get it back to perfection, and you could sell it. So you have something that also retains a value while being functional. So it's kind of an investment piece, but as you learn more about Microtechs, you'll learn maybe which ones are a better investment than others, etc. And that may be reflected in the price point, especially when you start to get to Marfion Customs, which is a division off of Microtech that is the high-end materials, and they do like extremely customized, awesome things. Now, the one thing that I want to, just being the nurse that I am, legitimately I am an RN, so being the nurse I am, I really, really want to discourage people from buying fakes or non-authentic Microtechs for a reason that this has a built-in safety on it. I will show how that works because I feel like that should be a whole other video, because sometimes people contact me and they think their Microtech is broken. It's not generally broken, but I probably will make another video on that, but I'll just go over it briefly on here and then I'll make a whole other video. So if you've made it this long, you get a little perk. Now, not all fakes are going to take the time to put in a built-in safety feature on something that they are charging 50 bucks for, pretending it's a Microtech. The part on that is normally when you carry this, whether it be an EDC on your front pocket, back pocket, etc., you are very close to major arteries in the body. If this were to deploy in your pocket for any unknown reason whatsoever, it should never do that, but I'm just saying worst case scenario, if it doesn't have a safety on it, it will completely deploy, possibly severing a major artery, which would literally give you minutes to live and get to the hospital. And even then, femoral artery injuries are honestly one of the hardest to save people. So it's worth spending the money on a real Microtech, because Microtech has already thought of that and they make sure that they never have that. Now, there is one exception, and that's the Halo. The Halo does not have a safety, but that's all the rest of the Microtechs OTFs do. The Halo is its own category, and you probably won't even be in the market for that unless you're really a high-end Microtech collector, because it's not your general production type item, and it's actually a Marfion custom and not Microtech. So the safety feature on this, I'm actually just going to use this box that I found randomly in my closet, and hopefully it's not anything I need. So the point of this is if you were to try and deploy it against any object, let me go ahead and try and deploy it. Sorry, my hands get a little sweaty when I'm on film. A little awkward. But if you were trying to deploy this, okay, you notice right there, it stopped. Now, yeah, you probably may get a little cut on you, but that's better than it completely deploying. As you can see, it did impact the box just slightly, basically just the tip. But it did impact the box just a little bit. But this internal safety is very, very important. Now, people will be like, oh, my blade is broken. Like it didn't go, it just wobbled. No, it's not. All you have to do, there's actually two ways to reset this. I'm going to show one, but again, I wish I could just throw a bunch of make sure you're paying attention when you do this. You can actually grab safely the blade, making sure not to touch the edge. I would hope that anyone purchasing this would not be dumb. And you can pull it out. You will hear a click, and now it is back in traction. So it's now fully functional again. That safety feature is there for your protection. I doubt those counterfeits are taking the time to consider your safety in their fake items that they're trying to move quickly, but Microtech does. Again, if you ever have a partially deployed blade because it was trying to open against some sort of surface, it is not broken. The other thing you can do is just a strong flick, and it will also be back in traction. The flick may take a couple times. That's why generally I will just manually grab the blade very carefully and pull it out until I feel it click and I know it's back in traction. Where when you flick it, sometimes you may have to flick it a couple times. So that is extremely valuable. I just looked at the time on this video and I've been going on for a long time. So I'm going to stop that right here and leave some comments. I'm going to go through the comments, but I have so much Microtech stuff to go over. If you want to go check one out, go to warriorknivesco.com. If you want to learn more just about the brand in general, you can go to microtech.com, or Microtech does have their own YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. And then I will be dropping a whole lot of information, but I wanted to start you off with the flagship, the Microtech Ultratech. It's sweet.